Papaya, Carica papaya, is widely known today as a tropical fruit valued for its sweet flavor and digestive benefits. Yet long before it became a familiar ingredient in global cuisine, papaya held cultural, symbolic, and medicinal importance in many societies. Although the fruit originated in the tropical regions of Central America and southern Mexico, its reputation spread through oral traditions, indigenous mythology, and later through trade routes during the medieval and early modern periods. Exploring papaya through the lenses of mythology, folklore, and medieval history reveals a fascinating story in which this vibrant fruit symbolized fertility, healing, and vitality. Papaya's mythological significance begins in the civilizations of Mesoamerica, where the fruit was first domesticated thousands of years ago. Indigenous peoples such as the Maya and other Central American cultures viewed the natural world as spiritually animated, and many plants held sacred roles in myth and ritual. In some regional folklore, papaya trees were believed to possess life-giving energy because of their rapid growth and ability to produce abundant fruit throughout the year. Communities often associated the tree with fertility and renewal, qualities reflected in the fruit's many seeds and continuous harvest cycles. Among certain Central American traditions, stories described papaya as a gift from nature spirits or ancestral deities who wanted to provide humans with nourishment and healing. The fruit's bright orange flesh symbolizes warmth, sunlight, and vitality, reinforcing its connection with life and regeneration. Papaya was therefore more than just food. It was often treated as a plant with spiritual significance and protective qualities. Symbolism of papaya in folklore across early indigenous traditions. Papaya accumulated several symbolic meanings that were later echoed in other cultures as the fruit spread across continents. Papaya fruits contain hundreds of small black seeds, which naturally inspired associations with fertility. In agricultural societies, plants that produced large quantities of seeds or fruit were often interpreted as symbols of prosperity and reproduction. Stories in Central America sometimes linked papaya trees with the blessings of harvest spirits. Planting a papaya tree near a home was believed to invite abundance and ensure a steady supply of food. Papaya's medicinal qualities were recognized early. Indigenous healers used the fruit, seeds, leaves, and latex for treating digestive disorders, skin infections, and wounds. Because the fruit could restore health, it gained a symbolic role as a protector against illness. Some folklore traditions even suggested that papaya trees guard households from disease. Papaya trees grow quickly, often bearing fruit within a year. This rapid life cycle led to symbolic interpretations related to transformation and renewal. In some oral traditions, the papaya tree represented the cycle of life, death, and rebirth found throughout nature. When European explorers arrived in the Americas during the late 15th and 16th centuries, they encountered papaya and quickly recognized its remarkable qualities. Spanish and Portuguese sailors began transporting papaya seeds across oceans to other tropical regions. As the fruit spread to the Caribbean, Africa, India, and Southeast Asia, elements of indigenous folklore traveled with it. Although local mythologies differed, many cultures adopted similar symbolic interpretations: vitality and health, digestive healing, and tropical abundance. In several places, papaya even gained nicknames reflecting these ideas, such as the fruit of good health or the fruit of the angels. Although papaya was unknown in Europe during most of the medieval period, the later Middle Ages and early Renaissance saw a dramatic expansion of botanical knowledge through exploration and trade. By the time papaya reached European scholars and physicians, it became integrated into the growing tradition of herbal medicine. Herbalists and natural philosophers were fascinated by exotic plants from the New World. Papaya soon appeared in early botanical descriptions and travel accounts written by explorers and naturalists. These writings helped introduce papaya to European medical thought. Medicinal uses associated with papaya. Digestive remedies. One of papaya's most famous medicinal properties comes from papain, a natural enzyme found in the fruit and latex. Papain helps break down proteins, and aids digestion. Indigenous healers had long used papaya to treat stomach ailments. Early physicians who learned of these practices began recommending papaya extracts for indigestion, intestinal parasites, and stomach inflammation. Because of its digestive benefits, papaya later became known in many cultures as a natural digestive aid. Wound healing and skin treatments. Traditional medicine also used papaya latex, the milky sap of the fruit and leaves, for topical treatments. Applications included cleaning wounds, removing dead tissue, soothing insect bites, and treating skin infections. The enzyme papain could break down damaged tissue, which helped accelerate healing. This property eventually attracted the attention of early scientists studying plant-based medicines. Papaya seeds are commonly used as natural remedies for intestinal worms. Indigenous healers would crush the seeds and mix them into herbal preparations. This practice later appeared in early colonial medical texts and folk medicine traditions in tropical regions. Papaya also found a place in culinary traditions long before it became globally popular. Papaya in indigenous cuisine. In Central American cultures, papaya was consumed in several forms: fresh ripe fruit, mashed fruit mixtures, fermented beverages, and cooked green papaya dishes. Unripe papayas are often used similarly to vegetables. Its firm texture allowed it to be stewed, roasted, or shredded into salads. One of papaya's most practical culinary uses involved its enzyme papain. When green papaya juice or leaves are applied to meat, the enzyme softens tough fibers. This method was used by indigenous cooks centuries before modern food science explained the chemistry behind it. The technique eventually spread to other cultures and remains common today in tropical cooking. Although papaya did not exist in medieval Europe during the early centuries of the Middle Ages, the fruit became symbolically interpreted once knowledge of the New World reached scholars and travelers. Papaya's characteristics led to several metaphorical associations. To Europeans encountering descriptions of tropical lands, papaya represented the richness and fertility of newly discovered territories. Travel narratives often described papaya trees laden with large golden fruits, creating images of natural abundance in distant lands. Because papaya possessed medicinal value, it fit into the medieval philosophical belief that nature provided remedies for human illnesses. Scholars influenced by the doctrine of signatures, the idea that plants visually resemble their medicinal uses, sometimes interpreted papaya's soft flesh and abundant seeds as symbols of nourishment and vitality. Exotic fruits from overseas were rare and highly valued. Papaya, when available, became a symbol of curiosity and luxury among travelers, botanists, and early collectors of foreign plants. Descriptions of the fruit in early botanical works helped spark interest in tropical agriculture. As papaya spread to Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific Islands, it became integrated into local folk medicine traditions. Common historical uses included leaves, tea for malaria or fever, and treatments for digestive disorders. Seeds, remedies for intestinal parasites and antimicrobial preparations. Fruit, digestive tonic, and nutritional supplements. These uses continued the ancient association between papaya and healing. Even today, papaya retains echoes of its historical symbolism. In many tropical cultures, papaya trees planted near homes still represent health, prosperity, fertility, and protection from illness. Traditional remedies using papaya leaves, fruit, and seeds are still practiced in various regions, sometimes alongside modern medicine. At the same time, modern science has confirmed several properties long recognized in traditional knowledge, including papaya's digestive enzymes and nutritional value. The story of papaya in mythology and medieval history illustrates how a simple fruit can acquire deep cultural meaning across time and geography. From its origins in Mesoamerican folklore, where it symbolized fertility, abundance, and healing, to its later role in early herbal medicine and global culinary traditions, papaya has long been valued for more than its taste. Ancient healers, storytellers, and travelers all contributed to the fruit's rich legacy. Their beliefs and practices help shape papaya's reputation as a life-giving plant, one that nourishes the body, supports healing, and symbolizes the generosity of nature. Today, while papaya is enjoyed worldwide as a delicious tropical fruit, its historical journey through mythology, folklore, and early medicine remains an enduring testament to humanity's long relationship with the plants that sustain us. Longevity is built daily. Sleep well, eat right, and manage stress. Share with someone serious about their health. Michael Luxier.